Hello, all of you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome to my first attempt at trying to do FC26 content. I've done a little bit of FC25, haven't really done it, but I wanted to try to hit the ground running with 26 per se, and just start, just trying to make something. I mean, we have like 2 or 3 weeks until the game comes out, and I'm just excited for it. So today, as you see in the title, I want to try something different. So a lot of people try to crunch a lot of people from different leagues all together into one. I want to do something different. I want to break down the top 5 leagues. I might do a video on like all the other leagues, so like Portuguese league, MLS, and some other leagues that have some interesting players all thrown into one video. But at least for this video, we're going to be looking at just the Premier League, going through, finding some players that I like the looks of, because honestly, I'll have different opinions than, someone who only wants to focus on meta, or someone who wants pace, 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 pace. I'm fine giving up a little bit more pace. If I get a little bit higher passing and dribbling, I'm completely fine with that. So, yeah, we'll do a squad builder at the end just to do like what I think a good starter team in my eyes would be. And, so yeah, let's head into it. So we are using Radar FC because Footman doesn't have any of the items. So then we'll just head over and go to League, wherever it's at. Here we go, Premier League. So I'm going to look at the expensive players. I'm going to look at the cheap players. I'm going to look at the players in the middle. Players that pique my interest, I'll pull them up. We'll look at them and stuff like that. Of course, Salah, Van Dijk, Rodri, they're all going to be good. I think Allison is going to be one of the best keepers in the game like he was last year. But I think Reina is going to be a really good surprise. I mean, with his stats, with his 86 diving, 84 handling, 87 kicks, reflexes, positioning. I mean, he has some of the new goalkeeper play styles, 6 foot. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. I think Isaac is going to be expensive for the transfer at the beginning. He might be like like how Harry Kane was. He was expensive for a good point because he was high rated. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like after a while, that 83 pace isn't going to... I mean, it's a different pace split. But I think this 83 pace is going to be the reason that he gets dragged down. Plus, no 5-star weak foot or 5-star skills. But he does have finesse shot plus. So that's probably going to counteract everything I just said. Saka being a little slower sucks. Gabriel, Verts, everyone's talking about Verts, so I'm not going to go into it. I think Saliba is going to be probably the best center back in the Premier League, right next to Virgil van Dijk, even though I like Saliba's playstyle better than Van Dijk. Odegaard was brought into the ground. I don't think a lot of people are going to use him just for the pace, at least in the beginning, until he gets a couple of promo cards. Declan Rice is a little on the slower side, but I like his card. I would use him 100%. Same with Caicedo. I love that. I love this card, the high defending and physical, especially for the beginning of the game. Gyökeres with the highest physical. If any striker in the game is going to be crazy. Nobody's going to use Ruben Diaz, brought down 2 ratings. A lot of people are probably going to run a Konate Saliba, Konate Van Dijk. 100%. Bruno, same boat as Odegaard, just a little less dribbling. He's interesting. I would personally use him as a cam, but I wouldn't use him as like a shadow striker. I'd probably use him more if I wanted to go for a playmaking team, or maybe like a roaming on either wing just to pass it and lay it off. McAllister, look, I would use this McAllister card, especially with that playstyle plus he has. I would 100% use this card with ping pass, block, press proven, deep lying playmaker at CM, deep lying at CDM as well, being 5'9". 3-3 sucks, but I mean his dribbling is minus the agility is pretty decent to me. I don't mind that. Shooting, he's not going to be taking a lot of he's not going to be taking a lot of like close-up shots to the goal, but his shot power and long shots being higher makes it really good for long shots, at least at the beginning. And then with the passing, 86 vision, 82 free kick, 88 short, 87 long. I think he's going to be one of the best passers in the Premier League, at least starting off for the game. And then 87 stamina is really good to have it this high at the beginning of the year, with substitutes being, I think people are going to have to readjust to using subs after for so long you could just get away with having 99 stamina and not having to replace anybody. Emi Martinez went down 2 ratings. He almost went to Manchester United. Bruno Guimaraes, I would, if I had a choice between him and McAllister, I mean, I would honestly, I'd probably choose McAllister. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, but they have such similar stats. Tonale, I think last year was like all 80s or something like that. Let me see. I have this pulled up for something different. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Everything but shooting was high 80. Everything but shooting was 80s. And then Reindeers, I think he's going to be pretty good for the starting squad. People are probably going to go for him as their main DM cam, especially with Tiki Taka Plus. If passing's as good as it's supposed to be, and incisive base is going to be really, really, really good. 6'1", 4'4". I mean, his dribbling is good besides balance and agility. Still a little low, but he's a taller guy. Really good short passing, really good long passing, good vision, a pretty decent pace split, I would say. And then his shooting, I mean, he's not the one to take long shots. He's more of like the build-up play, and then 92 stamina is really good to see at the start. Holy crap, it took me that long to get through the first page. I gotta go faster. Tielemans, Gravenberch, nobody's gonna use Ederson. I think Ederson left the Premier League. I could be wrong. I think he went to Galatasaray, but I could be wrong. Phil Foden, who's actually my first walkout on FC 25. So it sucks that he's low, but honestly, I'd still use him because if dribbling is going to be really important this year, it's going to be awesome to use him, especially at the beginning, even though he has 57 physical. No cam position sucks, though, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. And Buemo, this card is going to be crazy at the start, and he's going to be really, really, really expensive, I think. I think he's going to be at least 20K for a while. At least 20K. And that's just so that way I'm not wrong. Inside forward, winger, inside forward, and poacher on right winger, right mid, and striker. 4 stars, 2-star weak foot is probably... It's going to suck on him. When you use him, you're going to have that in the back of your mind. But with him being left-footed, on the right side, having game changer, I don't know. We'll have to see if finesse shots, outside the foot shots, all that kind of stuff is good. But I mean, this card, besides reactions being low, I think like 81, 82-ish is pretty low for at least for 84 dribbling, or at least in my eyes, that's lower for an attacker. You'd want them to have a little bit higher. Good pace split. Shooting stats, shot power, finishing is pretty good. Long shots, you're not going to do long shots with him. And then 80 short pass and 69 long pass. You're going to do 1-2s. You're not going to be going across the whole field. And then his physicality is pretty decent. Where am I at? And Buemo, Son, who's no longer in the Premier League. So this card might be in the game for like 1 day. Xhaka's nobody's going to use. Wow, Ollie Watkins. I think he's gonna be cheaper, and I think he'll be a good starter card, like for the first week or two. But the most important thing to remember is that all of these cards that are gonna be super, super, super hyped are gonna be expensive during that first week that the game's only out to Ultimate members, and then the first day it's actually gonna be released, or probably the first day or two, they're gonna be shot straight up into the sky, and then after like the couple of days, first week, they're all going to drop drastically. So I wouldn't rush to buying your Emblemos, buying your, Kanates, all those. I would wait until it drops down, give it like a week or two, have fun using the other leagues, all that kind of stuff. Cucurella might be a good left wing or left back. Enzo Fernandez, I would use this card because he felt really good in FC 25 to me. I liked him. 3-star, 4 stars, awesome. Cam, CDM, and CM. Plus the physical, defending, dribbling, and passing for an 84 is pretty good. And the only sucky thing is the pace and the playstyle. I wish he had another playstyle. Pickford starter, Gakpo, Marmajashvili. He's probably going to be a good starter goalkeeper too, or maybe at least a goalkeeper to build to first. Marmoush is going to be crazy expensive. I think Guardiola would be a good center back option. Does he have any center back roles? Oh, he's ball playing defender, so a new one. I think he'll be pretty good. Mikel Moreno, I feel like he should have gotten a little bit more pace, especially with all the stuff he did for Arsenal last season up at striker. Trossard is going to be a good starter card. Zupamendi, Madison, Bernardo Silva, I think will be a really good cam card to play. Maybe DM if he has any play styles in DM. He is deep lying. Okay, so he doesn't have any cam roles, but deep lying is pretty good. Frimpong's going to be expensive. I think Ekatike is going to be that 15, 20K at least for the first couple of first like 2 weeks of the game, and then he'll start dropping once people are able to afford above him. Szoboszlai, Ake, all these cards are good starters. Mateus Cunha, I think will be really, really good. I'm 50-50 on whether he's going to be expensive just because of the pace. I mean, he doesn't have any like crazy play styles except for first touch. His agility and balance are pretty low. But, I mean, his passing's pretty decent, even if you play him at striker. So, if you play him at, like, a false 9, he might be a really good striker for the beginning part, as long as you have, like, a really good cam. Or if you get a really good cam that's good for the shadow striker role, I think he'd be a good start for the false 9. Gordon, Sells, Milinkovic, Murillo, I think this is he's gonna be one of the most expensive center backs in the game, or not in the game, in the league, along with like the cheap, low rated people, Mickey Van de Ven. Who is the other? I think there's another center back that's like crazy. But I think Murillo's gonna be a good. He's gonna be a little bit expensive, maybe 5, 10K, something like that at the start. Eze, Polina, Kulusevski, Savinho is going to be, I think Savinho is going to be a little bit cheaper just because of the shooting, of how low his shooting is, and this 2-star weak foot. Kirkez is probably going to be the best left back in the league to use, honestly. Akanji, Delict, Stones, I mean, those are all starter cards that you're not going to see. Botman, Jolington, Gibbs White, Vicario, Pedro Porro, Andy Robertson's another good starter left back. Mickey Van de Ven's going to be 15, 20K at the start of the game. So if you get him, tradable, up to you. Sell him, use him, whatever you want. Wissa, who is now at Newcastle. I mean, that's a pretty decent card, though. Pretty decent starter card. 85 pace, 80 dribbling, 82 shooting. 3-star, though, is a little sucky. Ain't Nuri might be, he's up there with Kirkez, I think. He might be a better starter option. Chiesa, I'm excited to use this Chiesa card. I think Chiesa is going to be a great start, a good starter card, especially with him being able to play right wing, striker, 4-4. Cherokee's going to be probably a good cheap card for Cam or right wing. It sucks that he has the trickster playstyle, but that dribbling and passing are going to make him really good at the beginning. And Nkunku, I think, transferred out to a different league. Or did he go to a different team? I can't remember. Murphy, I'm excited to use Alanga. He might be a little bit more expensive, like around the 5K to 10K mark at the start of the game, but I'm excited to use him. Agard going to be a good starter. Henderson, Munoz, Baleba might be, or Baleba's going to be a really, really, really good DM for the start. I'm excited to use him. Definitely plan on trying him out. Gabriel Jesus, I can't remember if he transferred or not. Madueke, that's going to be a good starter card. People might use him over, nah, they're not going to use him over Saka because of Saka stats, but I like this card. 4-star, 3-star, right winger. Colwill, Neto looks like a good starter card. Santos looks like a really good starter card for Chelsea. I think Chelsea have a lot of good starter cards this season. Nicholas Jackson went to Bayern Munich. Jones. Doku looks like a really good starter card. I think he had an inform in the first team of the week or the first 2 team of the weeks or whatever, and it was over 100K. So if he starts doing that, be ready for that. Jack Grealish looks like a really good starting left winger. And with him having wide playmaker, because I've started using wide playmaker a little bit in FC25 near the end, and I actually kind of enjoy having that extra support to run in the middle and help you. So I think he'll be a really good card for that. Of course, he went to Everton. Mazraoui's a good starting right back. Nobody's going to use Harry Maguire. Nobody's going to use Casemiro. Jadon Sancho might be really good for dribbling. Kind of the same thing as Jack Grealish. Good for that if he has wide playmaker for him to cut over and come in. Liver Morento, good starter. Now, this ain't a card. Everyone is pairing him with Murillo. And this is where the other right backs that were really good at last year, Cadillac. Oh my gosh, Kadioglu. I said that name completely wrong. He was probably the best starter fullback in the game last year, because he could play left back, play right back, whichever. And so on console at the beginning of the year, he was probably about 6K on the first day that it came out. And then on PC, I started PC like way later on in the year, but he's probably at he's around 6K too. So, and then Gusto is the other one that was really good just for the pure pace that he brought. So he was around like 4-5K for that first week. And then on PC, he was around 4-5K on the same thing. So I can close those tabs finally. So I think Aina is going to be around the same thing. With him having quick step, he might be a little bit more expensive. So he might be around the 7 to 8, 10K mark. And with him being able to play left back and right back. And I think Kadioglu's in the game again at Brighton. So that would be it's going to be really interesting to see, how that goes. Anderson, I don't think a lot of people are going to use at the start. Udogie, he's probably going to be the best starting left back in the game. Or in the Premier League. Best starting left back in the Premier League. 100%. I got to speed this up. We are too long into this video. Bentancur, Kudus is going to be crazy as always. Solanke, Van Heck, nobody's going to use him. Alex Iwobi could be a good starter option. I mean, like, to play a couple of games before you get an upgrade. Leno, Paqueta, Wan-Bissaka looks like a good starting right back. Decupio. I mean, I think you're gonna use Udogie. If you pack Udogie over him, you're gonna use Udogie. I think you'll even use Matson over him just for the pure pace part of it. Damsgaard, Petrovic, Semenyo, Evan Nilsson, Matson. I think looks like a really good starter left back. Cash, Kappa. Man, there's a lot of people in this league. Daniel Mallon looks like I think he's going to be a good starter card. Bailey, I think, is going to be a good starter card. João Pedro is going to be a really good person to see how he progresses along the season with special cards. I think his special cards are going to go really crazy this year, especially with Cam. And Striker, Fofana, Stotch. And DI. Ooh, this looks like a good actual card, though. Okay, so good pace split. Balance and reactions are a little low for 84 dribbling. His long passing sucks, but his vision and short passing is good for 70 passing. Shot power, finishing, and attack positioning is good. Stamina is good. I'd use this card. Left wing, I'd use this card. I would definitely use this card, and I have not seen anybody talk about him. In DI. Nico Gonzalez, Mateus Nuña, right back. I mean, this will be a good starter right back. I mean, he has the pace for it. So, Darwin Nunez is in Saudi. Joe Gomez, I think the Joe Gomez era is over of having, decent starter cards because 70, I mean, probably for a day or two in my eyes. I'd use him for a day or two. Ahmed Diallo looks like a good starter card, especially for Cam and right wing. Diego Dalot looks like a really good right back. I'd probably take him over Nunez. Oh, 100% I'd take him over Nunez. Ndoye, Danso looks like a good starter. I think Danso looks better than Joe Gomez just for the pure physical aspect that he has. And then Calafiore, Ming, Sanchez. Hata is going to be a good left back, center back option for Chelsea. Estavio is going to be crazy good. So is Gittins. I think the lap after maybe an inform or two, and maybe a promo card will look really good. Sterling, I don't think has played any games recently in real life. Euro should have. I think Euro should be higher rated and have better stats. Spence is going to be probably the best starting right back in the game. Anthony Spence is probably, or Anthony Spence, oh my gosh. Dejed Spence is probably going to have the best, he's probably going to be the best starting right back in the game, especially with Rapid being 3-3. Harvey Elliott moved and left Liverpool and went to, oh my gosh, I saw it. I literally looked at it yesterday and I can't remember. Brian Gill looks decent. Tadibo, Buendia, Barkley. He's going to be good just for pace. Shad. Kivior moved out of Arsenal, I'm pretty sure. Welbeck. So now you're getting into the people that people are going to pack and then just throw them away. Except for Bassi, bro. This guy is going to be the best one in the game. Oh, hold on. I thought I hit foot. Oh, I thought I hit it. So this guy is probably going to be really crazy. Wow, he wasn't even that expensive at the start of the game, really? Wow, I thought he was going to be more expensive. He probably had an Evo or something here, but wow. Okay. So he's going to be cheap. Definitely at the start. His pace split's a little sucky, but I think, man, this is going to be a really good card, especially for that physicality. I don't really see anyone else on here. Jorgensen, Chilwell, Barry. I mean, I think this is going to be this is probably Mickey Van de Ven level center back. The pace split is really crazy, but once he gets going, you're not going to be able to stop him. No way you're going to be able to stop him, especially with Bruiser and Jockey. No way. So he might be a little bit more expensive at the start. Goodmanson, another pacey center back or left back option. I think Garnacho's card looks pretty decent for 77, especially at out wide. I think that looks pretty good. Duvratka, Barval, Igor Jesus, Sangar's a little slow. Tellez is going to be a really good starter card. I think we'll go over like another page or two after this one. Jose Sa, Hartman, Smith Rowe, left Arsenal, went to Fulham. I think he did that last year. Richards, Lerma, Ruder. This is going to be a good, probably a good Evo option at the start. Especially if there's like a passing Evo to get him up. I think he'll be pretty good, especially being 5'5". He'll be a little bit more expensive. Minta just for pure pace, especially with quick step. Or is that rapid? I think that's quick step. Muncie, Somerville. I mean, you're not going to have too many other crazy people. Hoyland went over to Napoli, so hopefully he'll do a little bit better over there than he did with Manchester United this year. Renato Viega, he'll be a really good cheap center back option at the start. And I think this will be our last page. Dario Suga, he looks like a good starter option for DM, especially from Chelsea. On Henry, always a good, I almost called him Henry. Henry, always a good left back option for starter squads, especially last year. And then Adama Traore, the pace man himself. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to do a squad for literally just, oh my gosh, filter. Okay, there it is. For just Premier League players, and I'm going to try to have a limit to where it's not like super crazy cards or anything like that. So at first, I'm going to go for a little cheaper. I'm going to go a little cheaper. I'm going to go, I think, a really good striker option for center back. I think people are going to use him the most is probably going to be Mateus Tell for striker. And then right winger options, I would love to put Mbuemo there. I don't think... I'm going to go Anthony Elanga. He might be a little bit more expensive, but I think he's probably going to be the best right wing option you have. I was already going to put Elanga in there, 100%. Elanga was 100% going to go in there. Where can I change the formation? Because I want to do a... I'm going to do a 4-2-1-3. Not saying this formation is going to be crazy next year, but I think it will. I think for me, honestly... I mean, easily I could go Kudus. I can go Ndai. I can go Gino Bitten or Bino Gittins, I think it was. Honestly, for a cheap option, there's just so many. Man. I think. I mean, we didn't even go over like Sinistera and Odobort and stuff like that. I'm really, honestly, this is going to be so weird, but I'm kind of leaning towards like a Jack Grealish, Jadon Sancho card. Honestly, that's where I'm leaning at right now. I think I'm going to go Jack Grealish. I'm going to like using Jack. I feel like I'm going to like using Jack Grealish out wide. And then at Cam. Let me just go from the bottom. Oh, I have a cat right here, right next to me. You see the tail? Dang, I don't know, man. Ooh, Kluivert. I'm gonna put. I mean, just looking at this card, Kluivert in the middle. I like Kluivert. I really like this Kluivert card in the middle, especially with the other options like Buendia. I mean, Garnacho is another one I'd put there, but I like the look of this Kluivert card. So I do have a DM in my head that I want to put here. I'm hoping he's a gold card. Archie Gray. I've been using Archie Gray throughout the year this year, especially when I did career modes. I absolutely love his card. I'm excited to use him in this game. I'm very, very excited to use him. Sangar was another good one. I think he had like 70-something pace this year at the start, which was really good. Lukic, Andre Gomez, Lavia, Basuma. He was my first starter SBC, actually. I got him up. I'm going to do Tyler Adams. I think Tyler Adams looks like a good start. I think I glanced over him when we were going through. Left backs. I mean, Kadioglu doesn't have the pace he had last year. I think starter left back, I'm going to go Matson. Right back, I mean, I'd be dumb to not go Aina for the start. I think Mateus Nunes is also a good option. So is Diego Dalot. I think those are two really good options. So is Spence. Archie Gray can also play DM. Yeah, I think you're good either going Spence, Aina. If Aina is not available, Spence isn't available, then I think your other options to go to are Dalot and Mateus Nunes. All right, so center backs. I want to start from the bottom. Start from all the silvers. I mean, I didn't even look at some of these silvers. Hume looks decent. I mean, just for the pace, though. Stefan looks good. Anyways. Totti looks like a good option. 77 pace, 75 defending, 76 physical. If you're looking for a real, like, starter team. Archie Gray, of course, can play center back, too. This would be a good DM option, too. Dang. All these good center back options. I am trying to rush a little bit on this part. You know what? I'll put... Ooh, jeez. Oh, who do I have at right wing? Why does it do that? Who do I have? Elanga. That's right. I don't have any. I do have a couple substitutes, so maybe we'll do substitutes too. I was on this third page, right? Yes, I was on the third. No, I wasn't. I was on the last page, but I'll do third page. I mean, Renato looks really good. Renato Viega. Kunasal. Ooh, this Goodmanson card can play center back, but his defending's a little low. Ooh, this card looks good. This card looks really good. But I think I'm gonna do Basie. I think Basie is gonna be is probably gonna be one of your best starter center backs. And then for a starter goalkeeper, I mean, all goalkeepers are normally cheap, so honestly, you could probably get away with doing a Vicario, a Nick Pope, maybe an Ortega. You might be able to get away with an Onana, but I think for this one, I'll just do Vicario. So I think this is gonna be my this will be my Premier League starter team that I'm gonna go for. Just looking at the options, there could be a couple players that change here and there, but with Anthony Elanga, I think it's Anthony Elanga, being the highest rated option in the team. I mean, I don't know. I think this is a good team to use for the first couple of days, maybe a week and a half, and then just start building people. I don't know why he doesn't have full chemistry. I'm pretty sure he does, but yeah, guys, this is my starter team. Video went way longer than I thought it was, but I think the Premier League has just the most amount of talent and such good amount of players to use for a starter team. They're going to be expensive. I mean, if you're planning on building a Premier League team first, it's going to be expensive. All these players on my screen could be 5K, at least at the starting. So keep that in mind. But this is my starter team. I hope you guys enjoyed.